I became involved in Preshafruit back in 2010. I was looking for businesses to invest in with the Victor Morgan family, and we happened to come across Preshafruit. I'll never forget the first morning, on Monday morning, when I went in there and had a look and could see that it was a product that had extraordinary opportunity. And after a few days of reviewing the business, we met and talked about it, and I said to them at the time, I said, you know, this is a business that I'd really like to invest in and be a part of. And that we basically spent the rest of that evening working out how we could possibly do it, and the rest is history. Preshafruit had an interesting start to its life. A father and son founded the business. They actually visited the CSIRO and learnt about high pressure processing technology, and they had an idea that they could take fruit preparations and process them into a superior product. And that's what they started trying to do. And what they found was that those products weren't really marketable. So they then stumbled on juice. Nobody had ever done juice before using this technology. And so that's how Preshafruit started. From when I walked in the door, we had just a small little high pressure processing machine in the corner of the factory. Everything was outsourced, so the juicing, the bottling, pretty much everything was done by external parties. And we were really struggling to supply to our small customer base. The machinery that we had was not big enough and not capable of making a profit. We needed to significantly recapitalise the business, and so in the first 6 months of my involvement, it included purchasing a lot of new machinery, and probably the biggest thing is we needed to extend the shelf life of our juice so that we had a lot more opportunity to range our products with the larger supermarkets. Critical to the success of Preshafruit are our retailers: Coles, Woolworths, Costco, Lamana supermarkets. They understand what the modern consumer wants in a clean, green, very high quality, pure product. One of our new customers is Grilled Healthy Burgers, where they have changed from supplying heat pasteurised juices to Preshafruit juices, and it matches with their healthy burgers. From a factory perspective, we've actually tripled the size of it in the time that I've been there. So there's been a significant capital contribution to enable us to get to a position where we can make sure that our products are as competitively priced as possible, which makes them obviously available to more consumers, and it makes it a lot easier to keep them ranged with our larger customers. It tastes amazing, just like you've freshly squeezed it. The colour doesn't change, and most importantly, we maintain almost all the natural nutrients. And so when you're drinking a Preshafruit juice, it's just like drinking a juice that you've freshly squeezed yourself, but we've used pressure to give it shelf life so that you can have it for many months and not have any degradation of the nutritional benefits. We now purchase our own fruit, juice it, we fill it, we high pressure process it, we pack it, and we do that now on 2 processing lines, which is the equivalent of probably about 6 or 7 times the original size of the factory. Preshafruit products are all Australian. We use Australian fruit, and we see that as being a very important part of our business, because we're supporting Australian growers, we're supporting our own people in our country with the most premium product that you possibly can. People love a really genuine Australian product and produce. My journey has certainly had its ups and downs. We've certainly had some really positive times where, you know, new products, new ranging, lots of growth in sales. And then we've had, I suppose, the dark days where, you know, particularly at one period we ran out of fruit, and that was probably the toughest time in our business, because we had to tell the retailers that we couldn't supply them, and it took a long time to recover from that. We now have got a lot stronger relationships with our suppliers. We know a lot more about the volume of fruit that's produced each year, so we can make sure that we can match our sales to what's available. I've always believed in producing the best possible quality you can. It doesn't matter what business it is, what product it is, if you can produce the best quality product, it's a lot easier to sell, and people appreciate it.